Myclites. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Maths for Myclites by MKV. So, dear children, regarding your attendance, I want to tell you that from assignment number 1 to 5, I was giving the attendance according to the submission of the assignment, and for assignment number 6 and for comments, I am giving the attendance together, right, for these 2 days. And those who are not giving the comments, I am not counting them. And before starting today's class, I want to tell you about the submission of assignments, because this creates big problem for me, and because many of you are not writing your name, class, section properly, and changing the name of the assignment. In place of assignment number 1, 2, 3, 4, you are writing polynomial or trigonometry or triangle, etc. So please follow these tips. I have already explained. Once again I am telling you, because I am facing the difficulty regarding this. So what are the tips regarding the submission of assignments? So many students are sending the copied image of other students. So whenever you are sharing the images of assignments, do mention in the mail body as well as on the top of the margin of each sheet. So you should write name, class, section, page number, date and assignment number on each page. Now if you are sending assignment through your parents' email ID or any other ID, do follow the tip number 1. So in tip number 1, what is required? Name, class, section and assignment number. Now no assignment will be entertained post the TET time given. So whatever the time I am giving, please try to send it before time, right? Next, do your work in good handwriting, because many times it is difficult for me to read. You are not writing properly, and use good pen of proper ink, because many times I write these name, class, section in the center of the top margin. Many of you are writing your name at that corner. Even after this, increasing the size, zooming it in or out, I am not able to read your name, right? And sometimes S looks D, D looks N looks R, so very difficult to read your name. So that because of this, there may be name wrong name, right? And you are sending this, you are getting this type of difficulty also. So please follow the instructions carefully. Now regarding your sheet, so first you write name, class, section, then assignment number, and after that you do the questions, and if possible please write the question also. So it will be easy for me to check whether you are writing or not, or writing the answer correct or not. So it will be easy for me to check on the spot, otherwise I have to see from the assignment whether this answer is correct or not. So if you will write it on the spot, I will write a comment also. I can tell you this question is wrong, and this diagram is wrong, or this line is wrong, so that I can write. Otherwise I can't say this, the proper correction is not possible. So evaluation will not be 100% correct. So please follow the instructions so that you can do well in future. So please follow this at the time of submission. Next is, whenever you are sending through email, so assignment number, for example 3 by ABC means your name and class of 10th, Ruby, Emerald, Diamond, please write it, and please find and close attachment by this assignment number 3, and date also you mention on which date I am giving and on which date you have to submit, right? And the subject section, so please follow these instructions. I have already explained. Once again I am explaining because I face the difficulty. I spend too much time in just arranging these things, right? 4-5 hours I am wasting in this. In place of this, I can prepare the material for you to teach, and you can do well. So before starting this class, I explained you, please follow this. Now many of you are sending your assignments through WhatsApp, which I will not accept, because my gallery becomes full and difficult for me to check. So I will not accept any assignment through WhatsApp. So for the this assignments, this is my email ID mathsformyclients@gmail.com. So please send all the assignments on this email ID. I will not accept through WhatsApp. Thank you. So today I am going to start some theorems and the criteria of similarity of triangles, because one theorem will come in your exam. So I want that you should revise all the theorems very well and be the expert in writing the proof of these theorems. So some theorems and criteria I will take today, and remaining I will explain you in the next video. So please try to understand it carefully and draw the diagram with the help of scale and pencil. And please understand this before starting the theorem. So what I want to tell you regarding this figure, observe this figure carefully. And what will you observe here? This I am writing here, I have already written here. Observe the triangle AED and triangle EDB. So where is AED? This triangle you observe, and you observe the triangle EDB. So in these two triangles, what are you observing? Observe it carefully. I marked something. So what will be the observation? What I want the observation? It may in your mind many things may be coming, but what I want, the main point is triangle AED. AED. It is an acute angle triangle. Acute means less than 90 degree. So this angle is less than 90 degree, this angle is less than 90 degree, and this angle is less than 90 degree. So AED triangle is acute angle triangle, and triangle EDB, this angle is more than 90. So this angle is called obtuse angle, and this triangle is called obtuse angled triangle. So one triangle is acute angle triangle, second triangle is obtuse angle triangle. One angle is more than 90 degree. So I hope you understood this. And why I am telling you, think about it, because I am going to use it in the next theorem, right? So in the beginning I am giving you the introduction, and how I am writing this I am explaining. So what is the purpose behind this? That also I am telling you. The purpose behind this is, if you will see the triangle AED, the perpendicular EN is the height of triangle AED, right? So EN is the height of the triangle AED, which is the height of acute angle triangle. And this EN is also the height of obtuse angle triangle EDB. So what are you observing? In case of acute angle triangle, height will come inside the triangle, and in case of obtuse angle triangle, height will come outside the triangle. But same height is the height for both the triangles. This was the main purpose of explaining this. So if you understood this, then you can understand the theorem very well. So first theorem is basic proportionality theorem. It is also known as Thales theorem, right? So the name of the first theorem is basic proportionality theorem. Another name of this theorem is the Thales theorem. So what is this theorem? This is the statement: if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle, right, to intersect the other two sides in distinct points, the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. So this is a statement. First of all, we'll write this. After that, we will write the same thing in symbolic form, that in triangle ABC, DE is a line which is parallel to one side. One side is here BC. So DE line is parallel to BC line, right? This line DE is intersecting the other two sides, AB side and C side at two distinct point D and E. Distinct means different. Distinct point means different points. So at two different points, these are cutting. This line is parallel to this. Then this line DE will divide AB line and AC line in the same ratio. Means AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. This is the result. So if this line is parallel, then ratio will be equal, right? And this we can write in symbolic form like this also. In a triangle ABC, if DE line is parallel to BC, then AD upon DB will be equal to AE upon EC. So this is the theorem and we will prove it today now. So to prove this, see how. So first of all, you can write the given thing. What is given? A triangle ABC in which DE line is parallel to BC line, and this is the construction. We will join BE, CD, and we will draw the perpendicular DM on AE line and EN on AD line. Now, in these two triangles, you see what I taught before. What I taught you, that I am using here. So children, you see here, this triangle E, D and B. Triangle E, D, B. In this triangle you see this angle, EDB angle. This angle is obtuse angle. And ADE, this triangle is acute angle triangle. So in this triangle, if I am taking AD as base and EN is perpendicular, so this is the height of triangle AED, and EN is also the height of triangle EDB. So same height EN is the height of both the triangle ADE, and it is also the height of triangle EDB. We are taking base as DB. So height will be outside for obtuse angle triangle, and for acute angle triangle height will be inside. Right? This I have already explained before starting the theorem. So this I will use. So I will take the triangle ADE and I will take the triangle EDB. So in these two triangles, I will find out the ratio of their areas. So see, area of triangle ADE, this triangle, formula is half into base into height. So base we are taking AD. So area of triangle ADE is half into base AD into height. Height is EN. So half into AD into EN. This is the area of triangle ADE. After that, I will take the triangle EDB or BDE. Here BDE angle is obtuse angle triangle. This is obtuse angle, so this triangle is obtuse angle triangle. So its height will be outside. So area of this triangle will be half into base. Base is DB and height is outside, that is EN. So area of triangle BDE will be half into BD into EN. And now, as we want the ratio AD upon DB, AD is here and BD is here. So I will divide first equation by second equation. Right? So here a ratio we will find out. So a ratio of area of triangle ADE and area of triangle BD. Their ratio is area of triangle ADE upon area of triangle BDE. So if we will divide, right side also we will divide. So half into AD into EN upon half into BD into EN. Now by doing this, half of cancelled and EN cancel, so we will get AD upon BD. This is our first equation and we got one ratio AD upon BD. Now similarly we will try to find out AE upon EC, and to get this I will take this triangle ADE and I will take the triangle DEC or CED. This is obtuse angle and this triangle, each angle is less than 90 degrees, so it is acute angle triangle. This is obtuse angle triangle. So for this triangle, if I take base EC, height will be outside, that is DM. DM will be the height for this triangle. And for triangle ADE, height is same DM. So now we will find out the ratio of area of ADE upon ratio of the area of this upon area of triangle DEC. So area of ADE half into base, this time we will take AE, height is DM. So half into base AE into DM upon half into base into height for this triangle DEC. DEC for this triangle, half into base is EC and into height is DM, which is outside. So half into EC into DM. Now DM cancel, half cancel, so we got AE upon EC. So this is our second equation, right? Now these two equations I will write again. So you can see the first equation is this, second equation is this. Now you will observe these two equations. What will you observe in these two equations carefully? Here the numerator is area of triangle ADE. Here the numerator is area of triangle ADE. So numerators are same. Now you see the denominators. Here the area of triangle BDE and here the area of triangle DEC. So these two are different. And for this, in 9th class, you have read the theorem that if there are two triangles on the same base and between the same parallel lines. So this triangle, this line DE and line BC, these two lines are parallel lines, and this line we will suppose as base. So DE is the base, and on this base DE, one triangle is DE and E. One triangle is DC and E. Other triangle is DB and E. So for this triangle DBE and for triangle DCE, in these two triangles base is D, and these both the triangles are between two parallel lines, so their areas will be equal. So BDE, this has the base DE, and second triangle DEC. In both the triangles, this DE is the base, and both the triangles are on the same base and between same parallel lines, so their areas are equal. This you have learnt in previous class. So since the triangles BDE and triangle DEC, both the triangles are on the same base DE and between the same parallel lines BC and DE, therefore their areas will be equal. So area of triangle BDE will be equal to area of triangle DEC. So because this area and this area, these two are equal, we have proved, and numerators are also same. So we will see that this whole quantity, area of ADE and area upon area of BDE, will be equal to area of ADE upon area of triangle DEC. So left hand sides of both the equations will be equal, and if left hand sides are equal, then right hand sides will also be equal. So we can say AD upon BD is equal to AE upon EC. So from equation number 1, 2 and 3, we will get this result, and this is called basic proportionality theorem or Thales theorem. So I hope you understood. So please understand it, and after understanding, you try to write it 2 times in your notebook, neat and clean, in the neat and clean writing. So one time you read and second time you try to do it. Now after finding this result, after proving this theorem, we will find some results with the help of the result of this theorem. So here AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC, this we have proved. Now by this we will get some results. So what are these? So by BPT theorem we got AD upon DB. AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. Right? This is the result. So if it is correct, then in both the sides, if I am adding 1, then still the value will remain same. But by doing this, what will happen? Here we will get AD plus DB upon DB. Here AE plus EC into 1, EC upon EC. And AD plus DB will become AB upon DB is equal to AE plus EC will become AC upon EC. So this theorem we can use like this also. AB upon AD is equal to AC upon AE, right, or EC. So in both the ways it is correct. Now if it is correct, AD upon DB, AB upon DB is equal to AC upon EC. If this is correct, then this is also correct, that AB upon AD is equal to AC upon AE. So here we got these two more results, and two more we can get, because if this is correct, then their reciprocal is also correct. So we can write DB upon AB, DB upon AD is equal to EC upon EA. That is also correct. Similarly here, if it is correct, its reciprocal is also correct. DB upon AB is equal to EC upon AC. Similarly, if this is correct, we can write its reciprocal, that we can use. So no need to revise like this. So these results you can use only when you want to solve the questions during the calculations. So once again I am telling you, sometimes they are giving these two parts separate, then we will use this theorem, and whenever they will give the length of the full side, that time we should think about these two results and we should use these theorems. So if they are giving the length of AB, so we should use this. If they are giving the length of AC, right, so that time, and if AB line, full line, and DB line given, that time we will use this result. If AB line and upper portion AD is given, then we will use this result, right? So both the results, and I have already solved one assignment number 6 for you. In that I have used these two results in 2-3 questions, and because of this our calculation will be easy. Otherwise this work of taking LCM, you have to do extra work, right? Okay, so now first theorem I taught you, BPT theorem. Now it is converse of that. In that theorem, one line was parallel. It was given one line was parallel to one side, and we have to prove that line divides the other two sides in the same ratio. Now it's reverse. Reverse means one line is dividing the two sides in the same ratio. Then we have to prove it will be parallel. This is opposite of this, converse of this. So if a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio. So DE line, it is dividing this side AB and AC in the same ratio, means AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. If the ratio is given, then we have to prove that the line is parallel to the third side. So this line DE will be parallel to this side. So this statement we can write like this in short and symbolic form. In triangle ABC, if AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC, then we have to prove that DE line will be parallel to BC. This we will do this here. We will do the proof of this. So here what is given? One triangle ABC is given, and ratio is given AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. What is to prove? We have to prove that DE line will be parallel to BC. So because we want to prove this, DE line is parallel to this, so we should not make this DE line properly parallel to this to avoid the confusion. So let us assume that there exists another line DE dash. This is DE dash. So suppose in this case what we are supposing, DE line is not parallel to this, we will prove it parallel. But in place of this, we are supposing that DE dash line is parallel to BC. This we are supposing. So let us assume that there exists a line DE which is parallel to BC. So if DE dash line is parallel to BC, then by BPT theorem we can write AD upon DB is equal to AE dash upon E dash C by BPT theorem, right? So this we got the result by basic proportionality theorem, that AD upon DB is equal to AE dash upon E dash C, because we are supposing that DE dash line is parallel to BC. So we got first equation, but it was given here AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. It is given. So we will write this equation AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. This is given. So this is the second equation. Now observe these two equations carefully. In these two equations, here AD upon DB and here AD upon DB, these are same. So because left hand sides are equal, so right hand sides will be equal. So we can write AE dash upon E dash C is equal to AE upon EC. So we got this result from first and second equation. AE dash upon E dash C is equal to AE upon EC. Right? Now after this, what we will do? See this. So this was the result which we got. AE dash upon E dash C is equal to AE upon EC. Now what we will do? We will add 1 in both the sides. So we will write plus 1 here, plus 1 here. So AE dash upon E dash C plus 1 is equal to AE upon EC plus 1. Now take the LCM. So E dash C will be the LCM. So AE dash plus E dash C into 1. So E dash C is equal to AE plus 1 into EC plus EC upon EC. Now AE dash and E dash C. AE dash and E dash C will become AC. So AE dash plus E dash C we can write AC upon E dash C is equal to AE plus EC. AE line plus EC line will be equal to AC line. Now here numerators are same, so we can cut AC AC. So we will get 1 upon E dash C is equal to 1 upon EC, and after doing the cross multiplication we will get E dash C is equal to EC. So we have proved that this distance, big one, E dash C, full distance till here, is equal to EC, this distance. So we have proved one big distance is equal to one small distance. So this is not possible, impossible thing we have proved. So how will it be possible? This will be possible when E dash will coincide with E. So when both the points will coincide, so E and E dash, when they will coincide, then that time DE dash and DE line both will be parallel to BC. So we can say DE is parallel to BC. So when coincide means when E dash point will lie on E. So when E dash will fall on E, then DE line will be parallel to BC. So this is converse of BPT theorem. So I taught you BPT theorem and converse of BPT theorem. So children, what happens in the board exam, many times they are giving the statement of BPT theorem and they can, and in the exam, what are they saying? Prove its converse. So that time you read the question, if they are giving the statement, they are saying prove its converse, so you will prove converse only, don't do the proof of given thing in the question paper, right? It happens many times in the board exam. Children are reading the statement and proving the same, but you have to do the converse. So please read the question, you have to do BPT or its converse, right? So now children, after these two theorems, BPT and its converse, today I will take some similarity criteria. So first similarity criteria is AAA or AA similarity, right? So what is the statement of this criteria? First statement, if in two triangles, so these are the two triangles, corresponding angles are equal. So here this angle pink one is equal to pink one. These two are corresponding angle. Here these two are corresponding angle. These two are corresponding angles. So in two triangles, if corresponding angles are equal, then their corresponding sides are in the same ratio or proportional, and hence the two triangles are similar, right? So in two triangles, if corresponding angles are equal, then we can say the triangles are similar, right? And the statement it is written there, if in two triangles, if corresponding angles are equal, then their corresponding sides are in the same ratio. So if in two triangles, if corresponding angles are equal, then their corresponding sides will also be in the same ratio. And after that, so we will prove this, and after that we will say the triangles Hence the two triangles are similar. So two triangles will be similar. So regarding this, we will learn it like this. If corresponding angles are equal, then the triangles will be similar. Similarly, if corresponding sides are proportional, still the triangles are similar, right? So one by one I am telling you. So first of all, if in two triangles corresponding angles are equal, then the triangles will be similar. This is the criteria. This you have to learn how to, and I am giving you the proof of this. Normally proof of this is not coming, but still I am giving if it is coming this here. So please understand it. So what is given? Two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle DEF, such that angle A is equal to angle D, angle B is equal to angle E, and angle C is equal to angle F. It is given. So for this, what we will do, here we are taking one triangle big, one small one. So here this DE line, you see, here we will mark in this big triangle the points P and Q such that AP and DE line are equal, and here right side AQ is equal to DF. So we will mark the point P and Q on side AB and AC such that AP is equal to DE and AQ is equal to DF, and then we will join PQ. So this construction we will do. After doing this, what we can say that triangle APQ will be congruent to triangle DE and F. Why they are congruent? Because this side and this side AP and DE I made equal, and angle A was equal to angle A, and AQ is equal to DF. I made it in the construction. So side, angle, side, side, angle, side. So by SAS, both the triangles are congruent. And if both the triangles are congruent, we can say angle APQ will be equal to angle DEF, and angle AQP will be equal to angle DFE. Right? Because the triangles are congruent, so remaining things are equal by CPCT, corresponding parts of the congruent triangles. So you can see if these two triangles are congruent, angle at E will be equal to angle at P, that is angle APQ, is equal to angle at B, and this angle will be equal to angle B. Why? Because it is already given. Angle E is equal to B, already given, and E is equal to angle at P. This we have proved. So this angle at P, that is angle APQ, this angle will be equal to angle B. So if these two angles are equal, then PQ line will be parallel to this BC. So we can say PQ is parallel to BC. And if PQ is parallel to BC, so before this I taught you basic proportionality theorem. So by that theorem we can write AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. We can write AP upon PB is equal to this AQ upon AC, this QC, and by the result also we can write AP upon AB is equal to AQ upon AC by the result of BPD theorem. But AP was equal to DE, so we can write in place of AP DE upon AB. So DE upon AB is equal to AQ. AQ was equal to DF, so we can write DF upon AC. So we have proved that the ratio of their sides are equal, right? So here ratio of the sides equal we have proved. Similarly, we can prove DE upon AB. So DE upon AB is equal to DF upon AC. This side, because these two are similar, so we can write this BC, EF upon BC. So after proving these two and the previous one, we can write DE upon AB is equal to EF upon BC is equal to DF upon AC. So all three sides of this triangle and all three sides of this triangle are proportional. And if all three sides are proportional, then we can say the triangles are similar. So I told you, if corresponding angles are equal, then corresponding sides will be proportional, and if this happens, then the triangles will be similar, right? So this is the proof of the theorem. After that, so in this case, what is happening, if corresponding angles are equal, if it is given, we will try to prove the corresponding sides are proportional, and after that we will say the triangles are similar. Now the next criteria is, if in two triangles sides are proportional, sides of one triangle are proportional to the sides of the second triangle, then their corresponding angles will be equal, and hence the triangles will be similar. So in the previous theorem, angle similarity and corresponding angles were equal, and we were taking the help of, we were proving that corresponding sides are proportional, and after that we were saying the triangles are similar. Now here, in two triangles, the corresponding sides are proportional, AB upon, so triangles are ABC and triangle DEF. So in these two triangles, AB upon DE is equal to BC upon EF is equal to AC upon DF. If it is there, then we have to prove the triangles are similar. So how will you proceed? Just see this. So in two triangles, ratio is given, AB upon DE is equal to BC upon EF is equal to AC upon DF. So as in the previous question, we have done the construction, same way we will do the construction. We will take point P and Q on the second triangle, such that this AB is equal to DP and AC is equal to DQ, right? And after that you will join PQ. After doing this construction, what will happen? AB upon DE is equal to BC upon EF is equal to AC upon DF. It is already given, so we will take the help of this given. So from this, AB upon DE is equal to AE upon DF. Because these two ratios are equal, I am taking these two. So if these two ratios are equal, their reciprocals are also equal. So we can write DE upon AB is equal to DF upon AC, right? After that, DE upon, in place of AB, we can write DP. So we will get DE upon DP is equal to DF upon AC. AC is equal to DQ, so we can write DQ, because DP is equal to AB and DQ is equal to AC. After putting these two values, here we will subtract 1. So after subtracting 1, what will happen? We will get DE minus DP upon DP is equal to DE minus DQ upon DQ. So DE minus DP, DE line full minus DP is equal to PE. Similarly, right side, DF minus DQ, DF minus DQ will be QF. So we will get PE upon DP is equal to QF upon DQ. After that, this PE line, PE upon DP, as these two are equal, we have taken the reciprocal. So similarly, as these two are equal, their reciprocals will also be equal. So we can write DP upon PE is equal to DQ upon QF. So why we have taken the reciprocal? Because I want to apply BPT theorem. So DP upon PE is equal to DQ upon QF I want. So to get this, we have taken the reciprocal, and if the ratio equal, then by converse of BPT theorem we can say PQ line will be parallel to EF line. So here PQ line will be parallel to EF line. So by this, what will happen? This angle and this angle, angle DPQ and angle DEF, these two angles will be equal because lines are parallel. So see this, because the lines are parallel, angle at P, that is DPQ, will be equal to angle at E, and angle at Q, that is DQP angle, will be equal to angle at F. So two angles are equal in these two triangles. So these two angles are equal. So by angle criteria, we can say the triangle, this DEF, big triangle, is similar to DPQ, or DPQ is similar to triangle DEF. If two triangles are similar, then we know their sides are proportional. So we can write here their ratios. But before that, it is already given that AB upon DE is equal to BC upon EF is equal to AC upon DF. It was given in the question. So because ratio was equal given, so in that, in place of AB, we can write DP is equal to, in place of BC, DQ upon DF is equal to PQ is equal to PQ upon EF. This we will get from these two triangles. So once again I am telling you, we have proved this line PQ is parallel to EF first. After proving these two lines parallel, this angle at P will be equal to angle at E, angle at Q will be equal to angle at F. So by doing this, these two triangles DPQ is similar to triangle DEF. So here small triangle DPQ is similar to DEF, or DEF is similar to DPQ. And if triangles are similar, then sides are proportional. So here we can write DP upon DE is equal to, here we will write from here. So first triangle, this I am taking in the beginning here to write this equation. So DP upon DE is equal to DQ upon DF is equal to PQ upon PF. And this was the given one. AB upon DE is equal to AC upon DF is equal to BC upon EF. Right? Now, as BC is equal to PQ. So from these two results, we are observing BC is equal to PQ. Why? Because DP is equal to AB, so these two are equal. Here DQ is equal to AC, so these two are equal. And these two are equal also. So from this and this, we will prove that PQ upon EF is equal to BC upon EF. EF cancel, so we will get BC is equal to PQ. So if BC line is equal to PQ line, with this we have proved. So triangle ABC and triangle DPQ both will be congruent by side, because this angle, this side we made by construction, this side equal we made by construction, and this line is equal to this line we have proved. By all three sides, SSS, triangles are congruent. And if triangles are congruent, then we can say triangle ABC is similar to DEF. Why? Because DPQ is similar to DEF. So triangle ABC is similar to DPQ, and because DPQ is similar to DEF, so we can say triangle ABC is similar to DEF. Right? So triangle ABC similar to DPQ and DPQ is similar to DEF. So we can say triangle ABC is similar to DEF. Right? So hence proved. So these were the proofs, but normally it is not coming. You should learn the statement. If corresponding angles are equal, then triangles are similar. If corresponding sides are proportional, then the triangles are similar. After that, I want to give the assignment number 7, and please understand this. Kindly do each of the above theorems. So I taught you the theorems. First I taught you BPT. Second I taught you converse of BPT. After that I taught you that similarity theorems, AAA, and then I taught you about SAS. So if corresponding sides angles equal, then triangles similar, and if corresponding sides are proportional, then the triangles are similar. So kindly do these theorems 2 times in your notebook in neat and clean handwriting, and submit it by Saturday 25th April by 2 p.m. and also draw the diagram with the help of scale and pencil. So all the diagrams I want that you should draw with the help of scale and pencil, right? And please don't forget to follow the steps of submitting the assignment taught in the beginning of this video while submitting the assignment in future. So in future, please follow all the instructions of submitting the assignment so that I can save my time and I can utilize it for you, right? And regarding the other assignments, because many of you have still not submitted and many of you joined late and you are having many excuses, so for them I'm telling you, those who have not submitted the assignments 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, because I got many students, they have not done anything. So they have the last chance to submit it, right? Whether they are old or newcomers, those who joined late, or those who have joined in the beginning but till now if they have not done. So I'm giving them the time, then they can submit from assignment 1 to 6 all by Saturday PM 5 PM, right? So post this, no assignment will be entertained from any student. So after that I will not accept any assignment, and this assignment I have already given the time, and please don't change the name of the assignment. If assignment number 7, so you write assignment number 7, right? And if assignment number 2, so this assignment number 7 I want by 25th April by 2 PM. So you do it today, and all the theorems neat and clean in the evening in your notebook, and all the diagrams I want neat and clean. And still if you are not able to understand, you can go through the video twice, and please do it. And take care, don't go out, right? So thank you for today. I'll continue the remaining theorem in the next video. So bye bye, thank you, take care, right? Enjoy your day, and please do the work carefully. Thank you, bye bye.